Let's throw it back to 1990. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. Today I am talking about my top 5 favorite movies from the year that I was born in 1990. This is all part of my throwbacks for the month of May because I was born in the month of May and I thought it would be kind of fun to celebrate my birthday with some throwback related videos, especially this one, and I have a fun throwback collection haul for you guys coming up soon, so look out for some really fun surprises this month. I looked up a list of all the movies that came out in 1990 and surprisingly, I hadn't seen any of them. Well, kind of not surprised actually. I spent most of my childhood and teen years watching Disney movies because I love Disney. But a lot of these movies I hadn't seen or even heard of, so I had a very small list to pick from. So my top 5, half of it is, I'm just putting these on here as a top 5 because they're the only other movies that I had seen, and then there's 3 that I actually watch quite regularly. There are a couple on the list, however, that I have seen bits and pieces of through work or through other things, including one that I had put in a haul video in March, and that is this one right here, Rockula. If you haven't seen me talk about this movie, you can check it out up there. I still haven't watched it yet. I haven't had the chance to watch it, but it's a pretty funny but supposed to be scary movie. I am going to give an honorable mention though to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I don't remember loving this movie, but I have seen old home movies of me running around my parents' house at like 4 or 5 yelling turtle power at the top of my lungs. So I must have watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a lot when I was little. I don't remember, honestly, loving this movie as much as I did, but an honorable mention goes out to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because apparently I was obsessed with them when I was 4 or 5. So let's get started on the top 5. This first one I just put on here because I had seen it before, and it was the only other one besides Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that I had actually seen. It's Crybaby from April 6, 1990. This was a Johnny Depp movie. I don't remember much about it. It's been probably 10 years since I've seen it, but from what I can remember, it's like a West Side Story meets Grease kind of thing. I think with Johnny Depp and apparently Ricki Lake's in it. When I was looking up the IMDb on this, she was listed on here. So that's a fun, interesting fact. But again, this is only a top 5 because it was the only other one on the list that I had seen. And number 4 is one of my Christmas favorites, Home Alone, that was released on November 16th, 1990. This one has a special place in my heart, mostly because I watch it all the time at Christmas. It's hilarious, it's heartwarming, it's purely impossible, but I love Kevin McAllister and I love the Wet Bandits, and it's just such a fun, cute movie that just gives me the cozy Christmas feelings whenever I watch it. Now, the next 3 are ones I actually own on DVD because I watch them so much. The third one is actually another movie that I watch on Christmas, and it's another Johnny Depp movie. A lot of people don't consider this a Christmas movie though. Edward Scissorhands. I watch this movie every year at Christmas time, even though a lot of people don't really consider it a Christmas movie. I do because Winona Ryder's character is telling her granddaughter some Christmas, or is telling her granddaughter a story of how they got snow, and it's like around Christmas time, so I kind of consider it a Christmas movie, but it's not really. I get the warm, fuzzy, happy, Christmassy feeling whenever I watch this, so I think that's kind of why I consider it a Christmas movie. This movie was also released on December 7th, 1990, so just kind of at the end, but Johnny Depp had a really great year in 1990 apparently. Number 2 is one that I have seen so many times, and it is actually one of the main reasons I really got into film studies and film analyzation. Goodfellas, released on September 19th, 1990. I didn't realize this was a 1990 release. I thought it was a little bit earlier than that, maybe 1989, but this is one of my absolute favorite movies in the entire world by my absolutely favorite director in the entire world. Goodfellas was the reason I really got into doing film criticism and studying film, because the first class I took on film studies was actually a Scorsese class, and when I watched Goodfellas for the first time, it was so crazy and intense and fun. I just fell in love with absolutely everything about it. The acting in it is so good. The directing is superb. My absolute favorite scene in this, and I feel like I talked about this in a 20 questions about me video back in January. If you want to check that out, there is a link up there. I think it's that video. If not, there won't be a card or a link up there. But my favorite scene in that is when Ray Liotta's character is just on drugs, out of his mind, and is paranoid that he's being chased by the cops. And it's just so hilarious and funny and stupid, and just everything about that movie is so good, and I absolutely love it. And then number one, the only reason this movie beat out Goodfellas for the number one spot is because it holds a special place in my heart. It is something that I've been watching since I was a very little child. Back to the Future Part 3, not Part 1 or 2. I only have the box set of all three of them here, but Part 3, this was one of the staples in my house, I feel like, when I was younger, because Back to the Future and Indiana Jones are my dad's favorite series of movies. So we were watching this all the time, and my dad is a big Western fan as well. So it's only obvious that we watched that one a lot, but the only reason it beat out Goodfellas as the number one spot is because it holds such a special place in my heart as one that I have been watching since I was very, very little. And Back to the Future was released a couple weeks after I was born on May 24th, 1990 as well, which is a fun little fact. Not something that is super important, but I just thought it was kind of a nice little fact that my number one pick was released a couple days after I was born. And those are all of my favorite movies from the year that I was born in 1990. Let me know what your favorite movie is from the year that you were born, or your top 5, top 3, whatever you feel like. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Let me know who you are in the comments down below, and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new, because I talk about all things movies, TV shows, filmmaking, film history, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!